Hey there, welcome back to the channel. We're in the back garden again today. Pardon if you catch a bit of smoke. The grill's already heating up for us over there. But today, I'm not cooking a thing for you. No, we're going to try something different. I'm going to talk about what do you do when somebody brings home one of these grilling value packs. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there, and obviously it doesn't all just get thrown on the grill the same. Well, actually, I know from a few of my family members that it does all get thrown on the grill the same, but it shouldn't. Stick with me, and I'll tell you why. Alright, now then, let's go ahead and cut this thing open and have a look at what we've got exactly, because with this being a value pack, I've not picked what's in it. Our local butcher down at Snow Hill has, and let's just see. So we've got four kind of small-ish but decent looking steaks. We've got 4 sausages, we've got 4 chicken breasts, and then over here sealed separately we've got 4 I'm going to call those ham steaks. So yeah, the wind's deciding that this is the perfect direction to blow all the smoke from the grill chimney. That's good. So yeah, I'm going to handle each of these a little bit differently. Obviously the sausages need less cooking than the rest. The chicken's going to need a bit more cooking than the rest. I'm probably going to want to season the steaks a bit more than I do the chicken. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. First off, the sausages. I'm going to go ahead and just snap these apart. Yes, I could be civilized and use a knife, but why? There we go. Sausages ready for the grill. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and do the steaks. So to get a steak ready for the grill, I'm going to get my stuff ready first, and we're going to go ahead and salt both sides. We're going to throw some of our rub on both sides, and yes, I am using the stuff that gets me in trouble with YouTube if I name it. I'll go ahead and do the same to the rest of these steaks. They need the salt as well. And that's the steaks ready to go. Now the chicken I can go one of 2 ways with. Either I go full-on Louisiana Cajun with it, and, you know, make it hot and spicy. But my grandkids are going to be eating with me this evening, and they're not a fan of that, and they like chicken. So instead, the chicken is going to get just a little bit of salt. Again, both sides. And then it's going to get some Old Bay seasoning. And you will notice from this, I'm being quite haphazard. I'm not worrying if a little bit of the other seasoning gets on my chicken or whatever. This is the kind of thing that I would be doing when it's a weekend and the grandkids are over and everybody just decides at the last minute, hey, we want barbecue. And someone runs down to the butcher and says, hey, they've got some packs in, should I get one of those? Definitely not saying that's what's happened today by any means whatsoever, but chicken is done. And last thing we've got here are these pork steaks. Now then, the kids also love pork, and these are usually quite nice for them. So again, definitely not going to be going spicy with them, although going spicy with pork is usually lovely. Also, yes, don't cut towards yourself. I know. I tell my family that all the time, and then I turn around and do it on camera. You know how it is. Now for these, I'm going to throw a little bit of mustard once I open the new pack of mustard I've got here. See, I don't cut any of this out. Probably make an outtakes reel as long as my main video if I really wanted to, but alright, bit of mustard, don't need too much. Throw it on there like so. And then I'm going to throw on some brown sugar. And yes, my brown sugar has clumped up somewhat, annoyingly. But if we just bang it hard enough in the can, it will unclump. That's how that works, right? Anyway, it works out for the best because I don't want to over sugar this. I want a nice sweet glaze on it. I don't want it to be just pure sugar. I'm going to flip it over. That's also then going to start sharing some of that flavor with the ones below it. A bit more. You also definitely can't tell that I was in a rush today because I did not bring my gloves out. Alright, this can is frustrating me now. I'll go ahead and open up the bigger thing and get more of it out at a time. Throw those over there. Go ahead and do the same with the last two. And in, what, under 10 minutes here, we've basically got everything prepped and ready for the grill. Everything's going to have its own flavor profile. We're not going to just have everything taste the same. And we're going to have a nice variety for everyone. Next up, I'm going to put it on the grill, and there is a kind of a method to how I put it on the grill as well. So once our coal is hot, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, we've got the grill hot. I've gone ahead and thrown some chips in the Ninja to air fry, and I want to start putting stuff on the grill. I'll let you see how I do that. Hey y'all, just a quick pop in while I'm doing some editing on some videos here to remind you that if you are interested in the recipes that I am posting on the channel, I am now posting those to a Patreon. The link is below in the description. So for $1 a month, you can go on there, you can get all the recipes, you can chat with other people on there. I'll make sure that I do respond on there. Also, if you're interested in the tools that I'm using on the channel, those are also all down below. You can get those on Amazon, no extra cost to you, but it does mean that you are supporting the channel. And by all means, I do say often, barbecue's expensive, guys, so I do appreciate any and all support you guys can give. Thank you again, and I'll let you get back to the video now. Now then, today I've set the grill a little differently than normal. I've got a lot of heat in my box over here, but I also have some coal that's hot actually in the main body of the grill. That's because I'm grilling rather than smoking or slow cooking. Now then, that means that we've got a fairly hot spot here, a fairly hot spot here, and a warm but not super hot spot right in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and start out by putting these steaks along this end. They need decent heat, but they don't necessarily want it to be direct. So they get the heat right there next to the hot box. Next up, these bits are going to go across here. And I think for some bizarre reason my brain stopped working earlier and I called these chicken, and these are pork. And I don't know why I said what I said, but I did say it. Next up, these sweeter gammon steaks going across here, and you will hear there is a sizzle, but not a raging sizzle. I've not got my grill over hot. I've not got it to the point that if I was doing a proper giant steak, I would want it to be at. But I've got it at a good temperature that's going to cook most of this stuff pretty evenly. I'm also going to go ahead and throw on some extra hot dogs, because they're a family favorite. Now, I have something I really want to say about these hot dogs, but I'm hesitant to because I don't have my hat on right now. This is not a ranting and raving video, but I will just say, whoever it is in the UK that decided that American-style hot dogs came in a can, you're an idiot. I think that was as polite as I could say that one. The first time I saw that over here, I absolutely just flipped out. I cannot understand how anyone decided that American-style hot dogs came in a can. Alright, I'm going to close that down so we're not losing our heat. I'm going to give that a few minutes, and I'll be back and I'll check it. I'll see you guys then. Alright, we've given this about 5 minutes now. I'm expecting that these are probably going to be ready to flip because they are on the hottest spot. Yep, looks about right. Now these can probably wait a little bit longer. Turn the hot dogs every chance you get. Hot dogs love to burn and explode. These steaks are fairly thin, so I'm going to go ahead and give them a flip as well. And back down we're going to go. 5 more. Alright, 5 more minutes, and those are coming along nicely. Those are starting to color up now as well. What I'm going to do now, because I'm going to try to get everything to come off close to the same time, can't always guarantee it's going to always be the same time, is I'm going to start doing a bit of juggling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these up here. I'm going to go ahead and flip a couple of these. I'm then going to bring these down. And the smell we're getting off of this stuff right now is gorgeous. Now, I know some people are going to look at this and think they're used to seeing big flames and all that off of a grill while you're cooking. You do not want flames when you're cooking. Flames are uneven, they're unpredictable, they don't do what you want them. Unless you're Burger King and you're specifically looking for that flame-grilled Whopper, which, I mean, I think is a fallacy in and of itself. I'll get into that another day. Yeah, you don't want flame. You want hot coals that are going to cook your food nicely, evenly. I'm just going to test a little bit of this corner of the steak. I always have one tester steak. That's always a good thing for the chef. Now then. That steak is done. It's rare. If it was just me eating, I'd be pulling those steaks off now. It's not. So I'll leave them a little bit longer. We'll put this back down and we'll give it 5 more. Alright, 5 more minutes. We're going to move some things around again. Now these steaks are done now. So we want to get them off the hot spot. And now, as the hot box has had some time to work itself up a bit more, it's become the hotter spot than this side. So we're going to move these that need a bit more cooking that way. These that are just about done are going to move over here onto this, our original hot spot that's now cooling off a bit. And since they're almost done, I'm almost going to stack them up a bit on each other, like so. It's going to keep them cooking, but not as much, if that makes sense. Steaks are just going to go there. Now these hot dogs, these are pretty much done. Gonna go ahead and just turn them and leave them where they're at for now, though. Same with these guys. I'm gonna move them around just enough to fit this last guy over here with the others. There we go. And at this point, I think 5 more minutes and we're going to be pretty much done. The chips have just come off, so yeah, we're almost there. Alright, we've waited 5 more minutes and I think this is going to be the one. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and get these steaks off because I'm 100% sure they are definitely finished. These guys are done. These guys are done. And so are these. Now, I did say we'd try to get everything off at the same time. These guys, I'm going to turn the fat to the hot spot, and I'm going to give them 5 more minutes. The rest of this stuff, though, I'm going to go ahead and take inside and let the kids have at it. So I'll make sure I show you guys what we've got, because I don't think I'm going to get another chance to film it. As soon as it heads inside, it's going to get eaten. All the kids have started eating. I'm going to go ahead and throw some chopped pineapple on here in that tube that we talked about the other day. Go ahead and have a look at these. Yeah, I think these are ready now. So I'll go grab a plate for them while that pineapple's cooking. Yep. I'm literally grabbing a plate to get them out. Right, off these go as a round 2, and I'll be back in a few minutes for the surprise at the end. Alright, so I've turned this a few times now. It's gotten a nice caramelization on it, and I think this is about ready to come off and head inside as well. And I'm going to go back to the glove because I keep doing that. There we go. Right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here for the night because it's going to be loud in there and I want to get some food as well. So there you go. I've just taken you through nothing really specific, nothing we haven't done before, but how I would break down and cook up a whole barbecue family value pack in one go. So if you're cooking for a larger group, yeah, consider how much time things take to cook. how much flavor you want on things, and make sure you vary up that flavor between the various things so everything doesn't just taste all samey. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and take this stuff inside. I've got people waiting for it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.